Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another BandLab tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching y'all how to make a J. Cole beat in BandLab. I have a drum kit in the link in the description on my website. It's going to be like $10. It's the J. Cole drum kit. It's all the sounds I'm using. And if you notice, I've been making a lot of tutorials recently on like how to sound like Drake, J. Cole, Yeet, all that. There's going to be individual tutorials for that. There's going to be a bundle also on my website that allows you to get every preset and drums and all that kind of stuff. Is going to be also linked in the description. But you do not need those things. I teach y'all how to make it without it, and make good sounds without it. It's just, very useful. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, let's get into the tutorial. Alrighty, so I'm going to break this down into like 4 steps. The first thing we're going to look into is drums. So here is the drums that I put down, and I'm going to kind of tell y'all my thinking on it. So first thing first, I put the BPM around 124 because J. Cole likes to have a lot of like boom bap stuff is around there. And then I want it to be in C minor. You can pick whatever key you want. But here is the drums that I laid down. So here is the kick. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? I kept it on the metronome. You could turn the metronome on. I kept it on beat. So listen to this. And then for the hi-hats, I just added a basic 2-step roll. And then sometimes I have 3 steps. Like sometimes, see, there's 3 steps, and I just place the notes down. All you got to do is just click on each note. I go into more depth on how to make beats as a beginner on one of my tutorials. It'll be like right there or right there. But yeah. And the next thing I wanted to do was snares. So I added so here we go right here. And you see how I'm inside the metronome every single time? It just makes it a lot easier to do what you're trying to do. All right, so I kind of put bass into the drums side as well. So here is the bass that I wanted to do. Actually, yeah, I'm going to show you the bass that I did. So here we go. And then the way I figured that out is if you go here, you have your smart. And actually, let me move my camera real quick so I can show you what I'm talking about. So when you turn on your scales, like when you put a scale down, it has the notes already put down that you can play in the scale without you pressing the wrong notes, which is beautiful. So my bass, I made that bass because of the melody that I chose. So here is the next step. Let's go into the melody. So the first thing I did was I actually wanted to do a sample type of beat because J. Cole does a lot of sample beats. So I found a sample on BandLab Sounds, which if you go here, there's the BandLab Sounds right around here. And you can pick your sounds and everything like that, like on the side. So I picked a few sounds that I liked. So let's do that. Let's look at this. And here are the sounds that I chose for the beat. I was like, okay, I like that. And then with the drums that I have, and then there was another sample. It was pretty much the same sample, but it was a lower version of it that I also really liked. So I added that as well. So that's what I added. Then I was like, okay, cool. I want some piano to go with it, or I want organs to go with it. So I brought this organ in, and I pretty much played notes that I knew would work. So I played notes that I knew would work. So let's play them. All right, so I was pretty content with that, and then I wanted some more melody, so I added this string. I'm gonna let you hear it in context with everything. But I wanted that more as a bridge, so I added some strings, and I did the same concept of like, I pressed some notes on my keyboard, and I found which notes worked. So. Like you can just press the notes, so you just know which ones are in key. So it works really well. And then I wanted one more melody. So let me show y'all the last melody I added. This was actually some piano. And I did pretty much the same concept. So let me show y'all. And I kind of had it follow the sample that I chose. So with that, my melody is done. And now we can bring back the bass, because now the bass makes sense. Because I literally just made the bass just like I did the melody, but I only did a few notes. So here's the bass with it. And here's the bass that I chose. And so as long as you stay in key, you can make a really decent sounding melody and bass. Now, J. Cole's very known for having vocal chops. So I found some vocal chops on the BandLab sounds on the side. But I created I created the timing of them. So here is the vocal chops. I was like, that sounds nice. So I wanted to do ooh, ooh, ooh. So I'm gonna show you how I did that. So you see that ooh right here? I cut it so I can show y'all. And I press Alt and I dragged another one. And then I pretty much what I did was, let me bring that back. I brought it to the ooh part, and then I put it in front on beat where I wanted to. I brought this back, and then you get a little chop action. And you have to bring this whole thing here. And actually, I'll just show you in context of the beat. So let's just show you in context right here. So there's and it's nice because you know that right here, this is where the vocal chop should start, right on 9, right on beat. So then you make that the chop part, the choppy sound right before that, the beat before that, and it's perfectly on beat. So I just made them on line. See? So every chop is on a perfect line. This is on 9. This is on 11. This is on 13. And then the actual like choppy part, the ooh, is on like the beats right before that. So then I was like, okay, cool. So now that I had all the sounds, this is arrangement. So how I arranged the beat pretty much was I wanted there to be like a build up. So I only had a few instruments. And so I wanted there to be a nice drop, so I also went on the BandLab sounds and then I added a riser effect, which is this. And I just had it cut off, and then I added my tag right here.
Yeah, that's my nizzle.
And so that's pretty much the whole beat right there. It's honestly a lot simpler than what people say. I didn't really show off the drum kit real quick, so let me just show off the drum kit real quick. Those are all the sounds. Those are some J. Cole sounds that you can hear in a lot of his beats and stuff like that. It's going to be the first link in the description, like I said. But yeah, I mean, you don't even need it. Honestly, you can make the drums yourself, or if you have my old drum kit, or you find some with, the stock BandLab sounds are already here. But yeah, so here is the full beat right here.
Yeah, that's my nizzle.
Anyway, I hope y'all learned something. If y'all want me to go like really, really in depth for a tutorial, I actually have a tutorial coming out soon where I really go into depth of every little thing. I also have a tutorial that kind of went viral called how to make fire beats. So that is also there as well. So I hope y'all have a good day, and I will see y'all later. Peace.